Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor have been released after over 1,000 days of captivity in China. Former ambassador to China, Guy Saint-Jacques, says the events leading up to the return of Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor have severely tarnished China's reputation. He says the Chinese were so eager to get Huawei executive Meng Wanzhou back that they dropped all pretensions that the men had been arrested for good reasons. Meanwhile, concerns are rising among experts over China's use of hostage diplomacy. This is something that Mr. Guy Saint-Jacques has predicted for quite some time. The former ambassador to China joins us now on Forum Daily. Sir, welcome.
Thank you for the invitation.
Now, you have indicated that the events leading to the return of the two Michaels have tarnished China's reputation. Can you tell us a little bit more on this?
Well, I would say that since Mrs. Meng was arrested and then the two Michaels, we have learned a lot more about the dark side of China. And for instance, we know about the genocide going on in Xinjiang, repression in Hong Kong, in Tibet, what China is doing in the South China Sea, and also how badly they managed the pandemic at the outset. And I think that Canada had a very successful strategy when it went to rally support from other countries. And as a result, a number of foreign leaders raised the case of the two Michael with the Chinese leaders, which was a surprise for them. And then last February, Canada was piloting this declaration against arbitrary detention in state-to-state relation. So I think that China probably feels that hostage diplomacy worked this time, but also, if they are honest, they will realize that their reputation was tarnished, that other countries have taken notice. And I think now to prevent future occurrence of hostage diplomacy, Canada should develop criteria that would be used to trigger common reactions by the countries that have signed this declaration, including sanctions.
All right, sir. Now, on the other hand, we have the Chinese government saying that the release of Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor was for health reasons. So what do you make of that statement and the timing of their release?
Well, you know, the statement that they issued yesterday, I could have written that in advance because this was predictable. They did the same thing when they released Kevin Garrett back in September 2016. And of course, in this case, what is surprising with the speed of the release is that I think we have to be grateful to President Biden because he is the one who spoke with Xi Jinping and told him that the two Canadians had to release. And so China just dropped any pretension that the two were subject to a normal, transparent judicial process.
All right, sir, just about 2 minutes left here. But what sort of policies should our Canadian government take regarding China moving forward after all of this?
Well, I think we should base our policy on based on the defense and protection of our values and interests. Of course, we have to be a lot more selective in our engagement strategy. We have to adopt a much stronger stance. I hope that Canada will recover its voice to criticize what's going on in China in relation to human rights abuses. Also, we need to work with partners to fend off the bullying tactics of China, including when they use trade as a weapon. And if we are in good company, we may be able to force China to change its behavior.
All right, sir, 1.5 minutes left. But talking about trade, we know China has applied to join the CPTPP free trade bloc. How should member countries, including Canada, respond to this?
Well, on that, the overall message to China should be, we have no problem if China wants to play a bigger role on the international scene. We recognize that it's a superpower, but it has to play by the rules. It has to respect its word, and it should be welcome to the CPTPP if they promise to deliver on the commitments they made, for instance, when they joined the WTO in 2001. And in fact, we should put very strict conditions, including that they allow for greater competition by foreign firms, that they stop subsidies to their state-owned enterprises. And I think they won't be able to meet these criteria for some time.
All right, sir, just about 30 seconds left here, but there are still over 100 Canadians detained in China, including Robert Schellenberg, who's sentenced to die. Can you tell us a little bit about the futures of these individuals here?
Well, I'm afraid that, we have 4 people on death row in China. I hope that the government can negotiate in the case of Mr. Schellenberg, and that they will revert his sentence to the previous one, which I think was 14 years. For the others, there's a big problem because many of those are Canadians of Chinese origin, and it will continue to be inherent in the relationship.